calling for Rastamos to come and help us. Please come and make a bad situation good. We need help. Trust me. What's happening? Okay, here what I'm going to tell you. If your age between... This is going to apply to you. If you're aged between at least 30 and 40, by the way, don't forget to like and subscribe. Don't even think you're getting away with that one. Yeah, we're not even getting into it. I am stopping in my tracks. You're never going to know what I'm talking. Like and subscribe. Yeah, Fiigs Pod. Don't forget the socials. Don't forget where we're at with it all. Yeah, I know you guys like me. I know we're warming up. Do you get me? We're getting friendly. You guys are getting to understand. Yeah, it's coming from the heart. Yeah. I'm not just a biatch, yeah, just saying what I want. There ain't even no capping going on. It's a real thing. So like and subscribe, follow, do what you can to support. Do you get it? Coming with good real talk. Yeah, so if you're between 30 and 40, I'm gunning for you today. Yeah, blam, blazing. What are you lot doing to the teenagers? You lot have got the 18-year-olds, the 19-year-olds. Some of you got 20-year-olds, we're not really pushing it. But you lot have got the teenagers, the ones that are still in high school and the ones that are still in secondary school. What's going on? What's going on, people? Okay, so let's start with the man then. If you haven't got anywhere to live, find somewhere to live. Please, I beg. Because what I'm finding is you're infiltrating. You're infiltrating on the gal them. And actually, you're not man them, you're boy them. Let's have a difference. So you lot can get to know my terminology because every brand has terminology. My terminology means this. Gyal them, you know who you are. Man them, you're good. Yeah, you have that man title. We see boy them, you go with the gyal them, yeah? And you lot are together in this little mix-up that I'm about to bring up now. If you haven't got anywhere to live, fam, find somewhere to live that is not a gyal's yard. Because them gal there, they can't cope as it is. They're picking you up, or you lot are available for you to pick up. Where you find it? Internet, yeah? Half of you are flaming illiterate, can't even bloody read. So I know it ain't internet. It's road, innit? Innit? It's road. It's the road you're picking them outside the halal man's meat shop. That's where you're meeting them on a Monday when they get their benefit. And you're homing in on them. And you're asking if you can live there, but you're not directly asking. No, when the youths are coming home from school, your bags are in. They can't fit in the front room. They can't even get through the little passage that the council gave you. They can't get through the door there because your bags are there blocking it up. Where was you before? What, she put you out? Listen, we need to start doing some referencing, gal them, when you're picking up the man from outside where you're picking them up from, because you don't know them. They're not your friends. Yeah, they're not your friends. We're not going down that road because you've already rinsed out all your friends already. Yeah, they know what you're like, those people. These are people that don't know you. Yeah, that's why they're associating themselves with you. Because what number daddy are you again? Bruv, you're not the first. You probably won't be the last. You probably have no intentions of being the last. What have these gal got for you? Surely you can do better. Surely you can do better. And bring up yourself to be a man, isn't it? Instead of sponging off this girl's little benefit money that she's getting. You know, they're getting tight with the benefit money as well. You're more likely to have to breed her to get her bringing. Do you get it? And then that's more trouble again. Come on, fellas. Sort it out. I don't know. I think they've got a lot of schemes on. I'm going to look it up. I could even give you information about a few schemes that are designed for men in between the ages of 24 to 40. You can go and get a hostel now. I'm going to put the information on the show. I swear to God, I've got that information. So not only am I telling you about your problems, I'm offering you solutions. Now, Gyalem, I ain't finished with you man them yet, by the way, because we get onto that. But Gyalem, yeah, you know who you are, yeah? You have already got the yard. You've already been in the hostel. Cram up with the people, with the cockroaches and the ants and whatever other problems these places breed due to contempt and bare nastiness, yeah? You've already been there. So now you've got your nice clean yard. You've got a fresh start. Do you know that we all have a chance of a fresh start? When you sleep and wake up, fresh start. Some of you don't go to sleep though, do you? Too much worry on your head about which man you brought into the yard, yeah, that's mashing up your life, yeah, and that your picnic has to call dad again. But I thought that was your dad. No, that one wasn't my dad. But I thought that was your dad. No, that one wasn't your dad. I thought that was... Do you even know who your dad is? Are you sure that's your dad? Little piece of hair, yeah? You lot are big enough now into technology. Little piece of hair, yeah? And down you go. Go on your internet, on your Google, on your things, what you do with your phone, instead of looking at bare foolishness, people's Snapchat, who beefed who, what postcode wars are going on. Instead of doing that, have a look to see where you can take DNA. You see, if you're not sure, because you're not stupid, don't let no one hoodwink you. Okay, so yeah, when all this is going on, you've already got your yard, you've got the utes there and everything. You're making these people come and spoil up your life, gal them. Stop it, man, so you can rise up to be ladies and women and contribute, yeah, positively to what you pass on to whoever you're passing it on to. It's not just all about passing on STDs, sexual diseases. Do you get me? It's not all about that. It's not all about passing around next gal's man. Why? It's not all about that. Sometimes you can pass on good information. Sometimes you can pass on a legacy that will live forever, that everybody will carry on because you're doing well. It's not every day in the dumps. It's not every day. One of the days you have to rise up, brethren, you have to. Because you're mashing up the youths. When they have youths, then what cycle are they passing on? You're lucky that there's outside influence these days. You're lucky that there's social media. They don't have to believe you. They don't have to think it's all right that you've got man number 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 in the yard. You're lucky that they got outside influences and extended families in our community, and they can see that not everybody lives like you. You get it? I want you to get it, because I want you to change. I want you to change today. I want you to say, hear what, you've got to go, you know. I can't really have you here anymore because the kids don't really like you. And blah blah's crying. Every minute they're crying. As soon as you come, they're crying. Oh, actually, you didn't even go anywhere because you don't have a job. Even the ones that have a job and are paying your bills, you don't need them. Because that's all about money. And we're not talking about money for now. Because money can only help you go to a certain way. After you've damaged the children and they've seen man number 9, 10 and 11, money can't help. Money might be able to help to get you some therapy. Therapy is expensive. So those men that are paying your bills, ask them to pay for therapy for you. You need it. You're not well. Have you done DBS? Have you done it? Do you know what that is? It's a search on the database that they have about people that might be coming into your yard to do all sorts of things you don't even know. Because you don't know these people, gal them. Cha, man. Seriously. Can you see how much he's banning me? It's not a joke. If you want... No one's saying you can't have your little fun and your little happiness. Because obviously, you'll like that. Can't you sneak them in at night time when the picnic are in their bed? Do your picnic go to bed? And do you have that routine? Sorry, I need to ask. I'm sorry about that. But seriously, you need to stop making the youths see what they can talk. Because the next thing, this is the cycle. Hear the cycle. Don't say nothing. Don't say nothing. Stop telling people my business. So when they stop telling people your business, yeah, because the main place they go is to school. And when they stop telling people your business, yeah, and nobody knows anything, that's how you find Baby found in Sussex woods. Child find here and there and blah blah. There are hundreds of children that go missing a year time. Nobody's not even looking about half of them. If there's a murder investigation, it will be looked into. A lot of the time it's not even being reported because you know why your child's gone. Community, you me talk. You know why your child's gone, don't you? Your child's gone because when they came home from school one day, they saw the bags there, and since then, things have progressed into digression, downhill. They're gone, yes? Do you know that you're responsible for the child until they're 21 these days? If you kick your child out these days, it's going care home. Might get a little project that gives you a hostel. You're not getting a flat at 16 anymore like you used to. That one don't run no more. And you're going down on the big statistics for, hear what's going by your name, failure, sorry to say. Are you going to get the child all the way to teenage years, and then when the child's got little sense now and starts telling you about yourself, you don't like it, you want to put them out? You need to move out. You need to go, because that 18-year-old can stay with the rest of the children now. Because you know it's not illegal. There's no age that you can leave your child. We discussed this already. It's about how sensible your child is and make sure nothing goes wrong. That's what it's about. Try and know. Gal, them need to fix up, man. It's a serious thing because it's common. It's a common issue, and it would be nice if I could have a guest on to talk about it. But who's going to admit that this is what they're doing? If you can't admit what you're doing and talk about it openly and freely, don't do it. How about that? You're an adult as well. You should know better. And you children that have been born into this world without choice, yeah, into this life that you did not choose, yeah, it's been given to you. Hear what you have to do. You have to make it better for yourself and your future. That is your responsibility. Hear why I'm talking that from experience. There was no worse child than me. No. They had me up by the ropes. They wouldn't tell me who my dad was. My hair was picky. I wore double glazing glasses. I was black in a predominantly white area. They had me up, fam. And I made it. I made sure I made it. I wasn't having nobody tell me, oh, look at her, she didn't make it. And give me all my reasons why I didn't make it. Tell me about my life. Don't let anybody do that to you. In-betweeners. That's who you guys are. Hear why you're in-betweeners. The little program that they put on the little Channel 4 television. Little white boys running up and down, getting on stupid. Yeah? They're in-betweeners because you're in between childhood and adulthood. That's where you are in life. You're floating. Yes, you got your national insurance number. Yes, you can go out and work, but you don't have a roof over your head. You don't have the survival skills that are not fully, you ain't fully finished your apprenticeship yet. You're still at home. And you have the right to stay there until your apprenticeship is finished. The government say, what? 21. So if you find your youths getting too big and too loud for you, tough. You literally have to put up with them because you have no choice. Don't forget, I'm never going to stop reminding you why you got the yard in the first place. You couldn't go there without a big pregnant belly or some baby screaming behind you. They wouldn't give it to you then. You'd be just an independent single person that would have to fend for yourself. Good. Yeah. You use, man. Try know, yeah, you got the G on your side. If you've got nobody, you got Fiigs, yeah? Listen, I learnt today, you need to have a reason to die in your head. Here is my reason to die. All children, I'll die for all of you. All of you dependents that didn't ask to be born into the world, I will die for every single one of you. I mean it. Trust me, it's not your fault. It's not your fault. I've told you that before. I'll tell you that again in every scenario. It is not your fault. Your dad left. It's not your fault. Your mum's in a bad mood. It's not your fault. Your mum's tired, it's not your fault. Your mum's got no money, it's not your fault. Your mum's never there, it's not your fault. Your mum's always there, it's not your fault. Your mum's always bringing next man into the yard, it's not your fault. Your mum's staying with the same man that's treating her like shit, it's not your fault. Hear what you're gonna do. You're gonna pick up on all what's not your fault. You're gonna pick up on all what you see. Anything anybody tells you, anything you see, check it out. All what I'm telling you, check it out. Am I chatting shit? Doubt it. Check it out. Make your life for you. Because one day you're going to have children and you're going to give these parents of yours some grandchildren that hopefully they will have a second chance at doing a much better job with them than they did with you. Give them that chance. They deserve it. It's not your fault. I don't want this to be the topic of the situation. This is what I want the topic of the situation to be. Gyal them, boy them, yeah? Stop it. Stop moving them in. Stop accepting the invitation. Because when she's done with you, yeah, your ass is back out on the street and you ain't got nowhere to go after that. Where you going? Back to your mum's in the little box room that she's managed to turn into her little pottery room or art room. Do you know what I mean? Or where she might have a little walk-in wardrobe in there. You're going back in there, yeah? She's got to move it all out. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, man, go on. You have to set up yourself, guys. You're at home. When you're at home, so this is for the youths, because this is the cycle that we was talking about, that I'm mentioning, that I'm never going to stop mentioning. When you're at home, make the most of it. Utilize the fact that you have a roof over your head still. Save your little pennies. That's how the Asians run it. They save their money. They live on top of each other and they save. And their gums are not crisp. And you got pure garlic coming out of their pores so they don't smell too clever. But so what? Because hear the joke. By the time they're 18, 19, 21, education's finished and they got their big degree in being an optician or a dentist or whatever it is these people want to do, that's up to them. They can afford to move out because they thought ahead. Forward planning, what's wrong with that? That's for community people as well, you know, forward planning. It's not just for the outsiders that make it. It's also for us. And we can use that template, yeah, to get exactly the same result. If you're living at home and you're earning money, save it. What are you penning it out on? Gyal, man, garms, to look good for gyal or man. Allow it. Do you know what I mean? I know how it goes. I know the trend. But you don't have to be so lavish with it. It doesn't have to be so expensive. You must be able to afford at least 10% of what you earn. Then that will take you to a place where you start stacking. And you've got little credentials to show the people then when you tell them, please, can I have somewhere to live? Need a little mortgage. That's what they used to do when they got off the boat from the Windrush. They didn't work for much money then, but they saved and they thought ahead. We need to incorporate that into our lifestyles a bit more. Because you're at home and you're saving and you're thinking ahead and then you can move out to get your own place so that when you meet a lady now, you and her can vibe, you've got somewhere to bring her and she might even have somewhere to bring you because she might not be that damaged yet because the boy them ain't infiltrated yet. You might have got there first. But here's the problem now. If you don't do that and you end up leaving your mum's house to go to a gal's yard, yeah, then where's your foundation? Where's your foundation? You're picking up on other people's foundation. You're still relying on your old girl to sort you out. Do you know what I mean? Come on. Come on, you got a bare bitch out on the road. I've heard you. I've heard you rinsing. I've heard you getting on. I've seen you flossing. I've seen you in the clubs, boy. You're buying champagne. I know how much it costs. Over £200 a bottle. You ain't even got nowhere to live. You're going back to some gal's yard that you met outside the halal shop last Monday. And when you go back there, because you spent out all your money in the club, you ain't even got no money to give her. She should have her own money in your mind, innit? You just met her. She's not your proper girl. They're not your kids. Cycle. Cut it out. Let's cut it out. Chop, 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 chop. Yeah! Seriously. Anyway, I want to say, and I want to congratulate all the people and all the people in community that don't do that. That actually do what they're supposed to do. Their children are at school every day. Oh, blah, blah's off today. Why? You think you live in Jamaica where they can't afford to send them to school? Come on. He ain't got an Oyster card. It's free. If you lose it, it's a tenner. You must be able to get a tenner for that, and you got tenner for a couple bottles of wine a couple times a week. Come on. Cycle. Chop, chop, chop. Yeah. Cut it. You get it? While they listen or watch. Because I think I know everything. I don't make the rules. How about that? How about that one? Do you think I make the rules? Do you think I say it's wrong to meet a man on the street that you don't know, that you have not had any reference to, and bring him into your yard amongst the children that you already have? You're not even earning a lot of money, and you might be going to work, you might not, either way. You think it's right for that to happen because you're looking for happiness. How much happiness do you want except for the joy of how your children... How are you happy if your children are not happy? How does that work? I didn't make that rule either. Because it's your conscience, it's your mind, it's your feelings, it's your emotions. You must know. Isn't it? Seriously. Mindset. We need to change our mindset. If we change our mindset, we'll do well. The people that mindset has changed, because mine's changed. I'm a reformed character. I could have been down the road with the gal them easy. I jumped off, bruv. No, it's not for me. Do you get me? Not for me. Never was for me. But the way my life was going, it could have easily been, because on paper, it ain't looking too good. But thankfully, yeah, it's not all about what's on paper. You still got a chance to redeem yourself. You've still got a chance to show everybody, actually, hang on, even though it says this, this, and this, and this, actually it's like this. You can do a bit of magic with your perception. But if you're looking and being like you are on the paper, ethnic, single parent, living in social housing, children not doing very well at school, no sign of the father or the father's family, or the child's paternal family, and it's all true, and your children are behaving like they're a product of that, because we know there's a stereotype that comes with that, right? We're not trying to deny, oh, you mustn't stereotype. Stop falling into the bloody category then. Jeez. Seriously. Good. So, for me, I don't run my thing how it looks on paper, how I run it. And I've had a terrible life. You've heard half about it. If you ain't, go back and have a look. It's all documented and been published on air for everybody to see, because I'm not ashamed. Because nothing's been a mistake, it's all been a lesson. And I'm rolling with it, and I'm sharing with you guys. Do you know what I mean? Because that's what there is to do now, is to share. And that's what I'm willing to do. But you lot and you don't listen. Your ears not bore. You get it? And you need to get something to bore your ears instead of boring up people. And listen. Literally, I felt like I've just told you lot off. And I shouldn't have to tell you lot off, because you lot should know better. And I want to end everything on a nice note. I always do. And sometimes, like the newsreader, I cannot find a nice note to end on. Just sometimes. Today I'm going to think of one. Do you know, if a friend told me a really good idea what I need to do, and I'm going to do it because I know lots of people that have products that I can advertise, and that can be such a beautiful ending to my shows. I just haven't got around to it yet. And it's not because I'm unorganised, it's just because I'm busy. Right, so, yeah, we're going to go now. But it's been really nice talking to you guys as usual, because you know I love you guys. And I want you to love me back by showing me that you love me, by sharing this video and all my other videos, yeah? Liking, yeah? Because I like you guys. Gal them, boy them. I like you. You just need to fix up. That's all. That's all it is. Yeah? And subscribe. Subscribe. You lot are tight to subscribe. Yeah. Meanies. I don't even want to call you meanies, because if I call you meanies, then you're all unsubscribe. Don't do that. No, like, subscribe, and share, people. Yeah. Thank you so much for listening. I just don't want you to listen. I want you to actually learn. Do you know what I mean? Actually learn. Because we're talking sense. We're talking sense. And we mean it as well. We're genuine. Do you get me? We're genuine, fam. Take care, people. Yeah, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Goodbye. Peace out.